This is
Idyl.
Idyl. I love your names. What do they mean?
Idyl in Somali means perfect and complete.
Really? Oh, very pretty. And then Ayaan?
Ayaan means luck.
Luck? Okay. How long did you live in East Africa?
Oh, in Somalia, Mogadishu, we were there for about 9 years.
Okay, and then you left because of the war.
Yeah.
Do you get a chance to visit home?
No, I mean, South Africa this summer will be the first time we're going back to the homeland. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we were just recently invited to go to Ethiopia, so slowly we're making our way back to
yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah. What should people expect to see when you guys go to South Africa?
Well, since we're going to Africa this time, we felt like we can step away from our usual theme of doing, ethnic and tribal. Since I guess we're going to be in Africa, there's going to be a lot of African designers. We don't need to make that statement. So we're actually looking to the 1950s for inspiration. And our main colors are dusty rose, salmon. So just really nice, soft colors, soft hues. Yeah.
So how does that work out? How does the creative process work out with you guys in terms of making these kind of decisions?
Well, I mean, we usually always look back at our last season and see how successful that was and how people reacted to it, how we felt about it. So coming into the new season, we sit down and we say, what inspiration do we want to use this time? And kind of, the season has a lot to do with it. So spring 2011, we wanted to do like a desert theme, so a desert rose, and we wanted to go more classy. So classic silhouettes, pieces that are very elegant that you can wear, less dresses, more separates. Everything was kind of moving in that direction, and we just decided to go with it. Like, you can't really spend too much time trying to figure out what the inspiration is. You figure out what your inspiration is, what you're really feeling, and then you just design based on that. And so a lot of the pieces speak the 1950s, not too literal, but there's hints of that. And then you'll find pieces that kind of go with that idea, but might not be directly related to 1950s. So I mean, we work together, so there are certain pieces that Ayaan will design and then certain pieces I will design, but most of the time it's, each piece we both agree on and we want to introduce it to the collection. So it's definitely a team effort.
So, but what are your goals with Mataano, the line?
Well, in any company, I think the goal is that your company thrives and it grows.
Sure.
We love doing this full time, so for us is to continue to do what we love and the company to continue to grow. We slowly started introducing accessories. Next we'll probably do a men's line. So depending on the growth of the brand and how successful we are, we can continue to expand and include more brands.
Like when you guys are designing, who do you guys have in mind? What's your demographic?
For now, I mean, it's the young, successful woman. It can be anywhere from 18 to 55. I mean, young as in young at heart. Very classic pieces. It's very multicultural, so we always take inspiration from different cultures. But all the silhouettes are pretty modern, except we introduced, and for our last spring 2010 season, we introduced the Somali silhouette. So always just trying to push the envelope and do something new while staying mainstream.
Well, staying relevant. The First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, loves young designers. She loves, what would you put her in from the Mataano line?
Well, for our fall 2009 collection, we actually designed a piece for her, which we named Michelle, and it was a beautiful eggplant color, and it had shirring in the front and went around the neck, and it was sleeveless, and it was really long and rich in color and really beautiful, elegant. The fabric was crepe de chine, a wash crepe de chine, so it just really flowed off the skin. And we made it sleeveless because we know she likes sleeveless pieces, and we made the dress long, and the silhouette was just really simple and long, and it draped the body. And so we definitely keep women like Michelle Obama in mind when designing, and that would be the ideal woman to wear, a successful Black woman. And we also, when we dress for what makes us happy, how we look in the clothes, what our friends like to wear. We try to be abreast of what we think is, cool and trendy. In terms of designers, we love Carolyn Herrera, Nia von Westenberg, women who've been in the industry for a very long time, who are not just designing, but they're also leaders in the industry. They're changing the status quo. Like a new designer, Rachel Roy.
Yes.
So women designers who have been in the industry for a very long time and who inspire younger generations.
Okay. And you mentioned Dorothy Dandridge. So outside of the designers,
we like women that are successful in what they do and that are passionate. Whether you're young, you're old, anyone that's fulfilling their dreams. And for us, like a lot of times, people are like, oh, we don't like Beyonce, but for us, Beyonce is a girl that started, when she was young. She followed her dream, and look at her now. You know what I mean? And it's about having that kind of ambition, knowing at a young age what it is that you want to do, and regardless of what people say, what the naysayers, say, just to continue to do what it is that you love. And then success, for us, it's like, success is being able to wake up every morning and work on Mataano.
Wow.
It's not about how much money Mataano's making and how much money is in the bank. If you're not happy, and so you'll never find success. You have to be happy. And working for yourself is harder than anything that I've ever done, working for anyone else. But at the same time, waking up, you have a sense of ambition, and you really want to see your company succeed. And sometimes it's almost, you feel guilty. You're like, I shouldn't be enjoying my job this much. And then everything goes in stages. Now we're crunch time. We are getting ready for a fashion show in South Africa. But once that's done, then we can kind of look and feel a sense of feel successful and that we've accomplished something. And then start working on the next season. Great feeling, and just leading up to it. I mean, Africa Fashion Week started out about a year ago, 2 years ago. It's in the second year, and so we've seen the coverage. We've seen these designers who came out of Africa Fashion Week come to New York. So people were talking about it. There was a lot of buzz, especially South Africa had just was getting the World Cup. So for us to be invited during that time, it just felt very special. This is the first time we're going back to South Africa. Every international media is going to be there. This is going to be our first runway show. So in Africa, what we've noticed is this community of Africans in the diaspora and in Africa are so strong. So for us to do something in South Africa, we know it's going to have a reach throughout the continent. But I think most importantly is just being able to discover a new country. And it's going to be with people from all over the world are going to be present. So even though we're going to be in South Africa, we're probably going to be people from all over the world. So that's, I think, what's really exciting. Not only to be in Africa, but to meet people that are visiting and celebrating Africa. I think Facebook is one of the big Twitter and Facebook. So we have about 2,000 to 3,000 fans on Facebook. They leave comments every time we have a new shoot, new lookbook. We put it up on Facebook, and it keeps our audience and fans, at close distance, so they can see our work and they can stay in touch and they can leave comments. We have people joining Twitter daily, and so we also send out news feeds with Twitter. And so our website, so we have a website that
Mataano.com.
Mataano.com has all of our collections, all of our campaign videos, and so that's another way. And going into it, for us, it was just following our dream, creating our first collection, and then the press that came after our first launch was Oprah, Essence, so that definitely did take us by surprise, and the growth, 18 months is not a long time, but now it's, we've seen that, and we feel like the expectation is even higher for us now, so it's a lot of hard work and just kind of trying to meet the demand. So it's exciting, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure.
So what is your message, your words of encouragement to upcoming fashion designers, stylists, models, people that want to break into the fashion industry?
Well, our number one message is, yes, it's a lot of hard work, but you have your dream and you're ambitious, then you just have to focus in on that and have a goal in mind and be positive. Anything is within reach. So working hard really does pay off in the long run. And find a mentor, talk to different people, get in there, intern, work. And then you'll be successful. You don't always have to start out so big. You can start out very small, do a small collection. Hi, I'm Idyl and I'm Ayaan. We're the designer duo of Mataano, and we're here with Farai today.